What is up, you guys? Happy Wellness Wednesday. I have an absolute game-changing demonstration for you guys today. I think this is going to be one of those ones that's going to really stick in your mind and really help you guys make an impact. So when I talk to women, right, all of the time, and I'm barely eating anything. I'm eating really well, and no matter what I do, I feel like my hormones are fighting me, my body is fighting me, and I just cannot get this weight off. I'm always tired. I am full of brain fog, right? I think inflammation, brain fog, fatigue are some of the most common complaints, besides obviously like the belly fat and things like that, in the women that we are working with, right? And so I know a lot of you guys are dealing with those issues, and you're trying to eat really well, and you're trying to eat really light. You're barely eating anything and you can't lose weight. You're barely eating anything and you cannot get the weight off. And you feel like your body is fighting against you. You're like, oh my gosh, Jess, like once I turn, it's either 40 or I turn 45. It's like somebody flipped the light switch and my body is just not working anymore. And a lot of you guys are trying supplements and you're trying more diets and you're doing all of this stuff, but I'm going to actually show you exactly what's happening inside of your body. And once you see this, you cannot unsee it. And I think it's going to really help you guys really understand why move more, eat less does not work once you're over around the age of like around 38, typically, especially if you are a really driven, career-oriented, successful woman, right? You've got a career, you've got a family, you've got a house, like you've got it going on. You're not just like sitting around with your feet up, like eating bonbons. You got shit going on. So I'm going to actually show you why your body is fighting against you and why moving more and eating less or just eating protein and going and doing some cardio, why it's making you actually feel worse. All right, guys. So if you are here with me, I know that was a really long introduction, but if you are here with me, whether you are live or you are on replay, I want you to just say, hey, Jess, in the comments below. As we are going through this training, if you have any aha moments, I love to hear from you guys. I read every single one of your comments, so I do like to hear from you, right? And also just saying hey to me lets me know what to make more of, because Facebook is actually not going to store these videos any longer. I know a lot of you guys like to go back and binge watch my old videos. Facebook is actually only going to store them for 30 days now, which is a huge bummer because we have 5 years worth of Wellness Wednesdays in this group. 5 years worth. So if you like this video, go ahead, let me know you're watching by saying, hey, Jess, I'm going to get into it because you guys have been waiting for long enough already. So here's my question for you guys. Okay. So this is going to require a little bit of like, you got to talk to me. Okay. So my question for you is, if I took these 8 eggs and I scrambled them up and had you eat them in one sitting, how many of you guys would easily be able to eat 8 eggs? Let me know in the comments. Do you think that that's something that's realistic? 8 whole eggs. Guys, I eat eggs every single day. I freaking love eggs. And I also eat more than probably 90% of you guys, because I know how little you guys like to eat. I eat more than you, even though I'm a lot smaller. I don't think I could eat 8 eggs in one sitting. So let me know in the comments, guys. Can you eat 8 eggs in one sitting? So you're probably like, no, I do not want to eat 8 eggs in one sitting. But let me ask you this. Sorry, I talk too much sometimes. If I gave you this chocolate, if you're a sweet person, could you eat this chocolate in one sitting? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm over here just dying. That's the thing about live videos. You never know what's going to happen. So I could easily eat this chocolate. I could probably eat double this chocolate and I would have absolutely no problem doing it. And if I was watching TV, I probably wouldn't even remember eating it, right? Can you guys, if you're a sweets person, if you're like, oh, I'm not a sweets person. Number one, I don't know what that's like because I'm a huge chocolate person. So then let me ask you this. If I gave you this little package of Parm Crisps, if you're a salty person, do you think if you're sitting there just like watching some TV, do you think that you could eat, I don't know, it's like 12 or 13 Parmesan crisps, or if you like chips, a bag of chips, something like that. There's a good chance you're probably like, yeah, I could eat 8 of those things, like no problem. And if you're a sweets person, you're like, that much chocolate? Absolutely, I could eat that, right? Like I could easily eat this, guys. So where am I going with this? Okay. Here's the demonstration. Here's the thing that you need to understand. The reason, and in fact, I could actually eat both of these and still be hungry. Anybody else? Because I like sweet and I like salty. So I could eat this and then eat this and still feel hungry. Why is this happening? I want you guys to imagine. Now, to give you this demonstration, to really drill this into your brain, I'm going to use some friends here. So can you see my friends? We've got this friend, and we've got this friend, and we've got this friend. We've got this little friend. We got this little friend. We got this little friend. So I'm going to use these little friends here. Oh, it's giving me reactions. I don't know where the balloons came from, but that's okay. And let's use this friend, okay? So we've got all these little friends. What are these little friends doing? So when you guys eat food, I want you to imagine that there's all these little people. They're not actually little people. They're your gut bacteria that are going to go in. And I don't know why we keep getting balloons, but we're going to just roll with it. Anyways, they're going to go in and they start searching for nutrients. Not just macronutrients, right? All you guys are like, I'm counting my macros and I can't lose weight. My hormones are still in balance. Guys, they go in and they get to work and they start searching for vitamins and minerals and the things that are needed to make your hormones work. All day, every day, your body is manufacturing hormones or attempting to manufacture hormones. And I'm not just talking about your estrogen and your progesterone. I'm talking about all of your hormones, which make every single thing in your body work. And guess what? For those things to work properly, it requires vitamins and minerals. For example, you have thyroid hormones. In order for your thyroid hormones to actually be active, it requires a whole bunch of vitamins, a whole bunch of minerals. There's a little vitamin called magnesium. You may have heard of it. It's responsible for over 600 processes inside of your body. So when you imagine these little guys and they start going to work, how come you could eat this thing of Parm crisps or this thing of chocolate and still feel hungry? But you're like, Jess, there's no way I'm going to eat a freaking dozen eggs. Well, because here's the visual, guys. Imagine when you start eating, this whole crew of workers, they come in and they start searching for nutrients. They're not going to stop. Once you tell them to get to work, they're not going to stop until they get what they need, which is why you can keep eating and eating and eating and eating a freaking box of Oreos or a bag of Doritos, but you cannot eat a dozen eggs that has less calories. When you start eating these eggs, they're going to find protein and choline and B vitamins and D vitamins and E and all these other magical things that they can actually put to work. They can actually put them to work for you, right? Which is why you're going to feel full. You're going to feel satiated, right? And you're not going to want to keep eating. So it is not just enough that you are focusing on your macros. You actually have to focus on getting the right vitamins and the right minerals, because these little guys are going to come in after you start eating and they're going to start searching for nutrients, and they're not going to stop until they find it, which is why I could eat this and I could eat this. And I could probably eat the entire rest of this chocolate bar and I would be able to keep eating and eating and eating, right? But even though I eat twice as much as you do, I could not eat a dozen eggs because these little guys are going to be busy. They're going to get to work, right? And so it's very, very, very important, which is why if you guys are just living on protein shakes and protein bars and string cheese and lettuce and you're not able to lose weight, it's because your hormones are fucked, because your hormones cannot function properly without the proper vitamins, minerals. And by the way, if you're a really stressed out person, you're depleting yourself of certain vitamins and minerals faster. If you've been on birth control, you're depleting yourself of certain vitamins and minerals faster. And so they need to be replaced at an even higher rate than somebody else. So there is my demonstration for you guys. I told you guys this would be a memorable demonstration if you actually stuck around for it, because this is one that I have used with my clients before, multiple times. And we actually went through a training on this last week and they really liked it. So I thought it would be helpful for you guys too, because finger puppets obviously help people to learn. So if you have not said hi to me, say hi to me in the comments below. Again, Facebook is going to start deleting these videos after 30 days. So I need your feedback to know what you need me to make more of, because we're going to have to keep making more and more and more, because all 5 years worth of my content is actually going to be gone here in a couple of months. So that sucks. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday.